We live? Are we?
We're live.
We're live. All right.
Hey.
Hey. Good morning, South Coast water polo fans. This is Joe and Jason coming live from Esperanza. Esperanza.
Feels right.
It says something on the thumbnail. If you read the thumbnail, we got some really awesome music playing. We'll see how the mics do with that.
Yeah. Who knows?
But kind of gets us pumped up for 7 a.m. And I want to thank Jason, not only the co-host, the executive assistant, brought some coffee this morning.
Okay, I felt negative like the way you said it. Because I'm the talent, and I have to bring you coffee.
It was meant to be positive.
Oh, okay.
We weren't going to call out that you missed the start of the last tournament for coffee.
That's true. I did.
I was trying to be nice.
Oh, got it. Oh, I see. And I ruined it.
Then you ruined it.
Oh,
but
man.
All right, so we've got our first time having a full team together this morning. So we got
Harrison's back.
Harrison's back. He's been out with a shoulder injury. We've had some people on very important ski trips that don't have ski trips this weekend. That wasn't Landon, by the way, although I'm sure he would prefer that. So we are anchored today by our all coastal zone. The second team for the coastal zone, which is really the all-stars for everybody from LA County up to Santa Barbara County. Luke Berrigan.
That's true.
The long arm of the Luke Law.
That's true. Yeah, that's true. He's pretty excited. He'll be playing in the ODP National Championship beginning of March.
Yeah, that's exciting.
Cool. Pretty cool.
Congratulations to him. And then, one of the things that the team struggled with this year is kind of that first quarter.
I know. Especially these early morning ones, man. I don't know.
It's a little tough. I mean, they just kind of come out, just kind of like, meh.
Right. Like what?
Which leads us to our sponsor. Our sponsor this morning, speaking of meh, is Urbane Cafe. It tastes just like you don't have to cook. So hopefully we don't come out bland like Urbane Cafe.
Hopefully not.
Hopefully we get a little spice going and get this party started.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go South Coast.
All right, looks like we're off. Oh, we are going right away. Yeah. All right, we got too excited with our pregame there. We got Landon at set D. Luke is in there. And Hieland on the board early there. Looks like Landon took a little shot to the nose. Isn't happy with the ref's non-call there. And Marcus in the back. We got Owen, Landon. Luca here with the ball on the near side, Ben. And it looks like Harrison is there in the middle. Landon over to Luca. And Luca is looking for Scott Marcus driving. Good pass to Marcus. Marcus fighting and cuts up, shoot. And a good block there by Hieland. The crowd goes wild. Back over here, Landon pressing. Looks like we've moved Marcus over into set. And Luke with that long arms with the great save. Zone out a little bit here. And Luke sets up. He's got Ben. Ben looking for Luca down here on the near side, going down line. He's got Marcus driving. Marcus has got it. And Marcus earns the exclusion. Got a South Coast 6-on-5. First power play of the game. We get some patience here. Up to Ben up top. Ben over to Landon. Landon back up to Ben. Ben's got an outside shot. Over to Luca. Luca to Ben. Ben takes a shot and scores! On the board. South Coast tying it up. 1-1. Cannot see the game clock yet. Hieland goalie is setting up. Hannon over there pressing. Then Marcus at set. In there, we've got Owen dropping on the set. South Coast working on this drop defense. And a high shot. And Hieland with a good rebound. A little bit slow on that help for Luke there from South Coast defense. And Harrison comes out, or Cash comes out, Harrison comes in for set. Ball back to Marcus, swings it over to Luca. Luca down line to Ben. Ben fighting for it, minor foul. Ben's got Landon. Good pass to Landon. Landon's got a shot and scores! Bada bing, bada boom. Ben to Landon. And here we go. Hieland goalie setting it up. Landon over on the far side pressing. Looks like South Coast is going to commit to their set. Luke up there, and Luke fighting, and a great save by Luke. Here's a counterattack. He's got and Owen does a push off. It's a turnover, Hieland ball. Goalie once again setting up. Ben on the near side pressing. They've got a driver. Luca's on the driver, and Luke is there, goes over the top of the goal. It's going to be a 2-meter. We'll take it out on the near side. Ben pressing, Luca over here to press. They've got a driver, Landon's on the driver. Bad pass, Landon gets it. Back over to Luke. Set up the offense, the counterattack. He's got Harrison driving. Over to Owen. Owen brings it into Harrison. Harrison's fighting, sets up and shoots and scores! Welcome back, Harrison. Take a month off and worked on that arm. South Coast takes their first lead of the game. We got another substitution. Owen is coming out and Reed is coming in. Reed's been one heck of a defensive stopper lately. Landon over there pressing, making it hard to get that pass. Harrison's up top, and Luke swatting flies. South Coast counterattack, up to Luca. Luca's got Ben on the near side, swings it over to Reed. Reed fighting for it. He's got Landon. Landon's got it wide open. Landon sneaks in, takes a shot and scores! Great teamwork by South Coast. Hieland setting up. Looks like they're going to start their plays with their goalie up there. Over to, keep setting up over on that right side. Landon's there, and a great defensive play by Marcus. We got a counterattack. Luke slowing it down, making a smart play. Luca getting pressed, over to Ben. Ben fighting, trying to turn him to bring it in. Minor foul, get some room. Up top to Reed. Reed over to Landon. Landon into Marcus. Marcus catches and shoots and scores! Fantastic play. South Coast hitting their stride. And we have Harrison coming out. Owen is coming in. Coach is going to move Landon up to the top. Reed on the far side. Goes Reed. Ben here pressing. They've got a driver. Landon's on the driver. And a good pass. Almost just skips a little too far. Good defense by South Coast. And Luke setting up the counterattack. Taking his time, waiting for it to set up. And Luca fighting for it. Got a counterattack. And we have a 2-on-1. And they get it by Luke. Good counterattack play by Hieland. We got Reed, Owen, Marcus with the ball, Landon, Ben, and Luca from far to near. Up to Owen. Owen over to Reed, to Landon. Landon's got feels the pressure, gets it to Ben. Ben's got room. Ben holds onto it just a little too long. Good defensive swarming there by Hieland. Counterattack setting up. The goalie's going to bring it up a little bit. And takes a long shot. Luke is going to have time for a shot, and does it go in? Just a little short, and that is the end of our first quarter. Getting set up for the second quarter here. I'll be ready for it. All right, looks like Owen is going to sprint. We've got Owen, Landon, Marcus. Looks like Bash, Luca, and Ben. Get going here. South Coast doing a good job being alive early. And Owen is off. This is going to be close, and Hieland wins the sprint. Got Marcus back at set D. Bash up here pressing. And good defense by Marcus. Gets it back to Luke. Luke brings it up to the side over to Owen. Owen looking for Bash. And Owen pushes off. It's a South Coast turnover. And Hieland did not pop the ball. You have to pop the ball to put it into play. And Owen gets it up to Marcus. Marcus turns it, fighting for it. Minor foul. Sets it back up. Landon fighting for it up top. Over to Ben. Ben gets a hard press. And over to Landon. Landon catches and shoots. Nice try for that outside shot. And taking an outside shot. And then he throws it a little bit higher. Here comes Marcus pressing. Got Landon at set D. And swarming defense. And a little bit of a break right there. It's Hieland ball. And Landon is excluded. Got a 6-on-5 power play for Hieland. See if South Coast can stop this attack. And over to the middle for the catch and shoot, and Hieland tries to get a quick start. And Adam's able to come back in, and coach is not happy with that non-2 meter call. It's clearly inside the 2 meter line. Putting that ref on notice, I'm not going to let that one slide. Hieland, one more point. Marcus up to Landon. Landon over to Ben. Ben fighting. Minor foul. Landon's going to have room here. Up slide. And takes the shot and scores from the outside. Now the sub, here comes Gibson, and Harrison and Luca and Bash are out. And up here pressing. Here comes Gibson, Gibson pressing. And Hieland takes the outside shot, easy save for Luke. Luke waiting to set up. It looks like we've got Landon at set now. On your side, we have Ben Marcus with the ball. Gibson on the near post. Gibson fighting. Over to Marcus. Marcus has some room here. Over to Owen. We got 4 seconds on the shot. Landon takes a high shot. Yeah. Got a Hieland counterattack. And South Coast doing a good job getting back. Marcus at set D. Landon spying on the set D. And easy shot there by Hieland. Got a Hieland substitution. 2:33 left in the half. Up to Landon. Landon gets a hard press. And Turns it up to Landon. They're fighting for it. And Hieland gets the ball under. South Coast turnover. Owen over there pressing. Got Marcus at set D. Owen coming in. Long pass there by Hieland. There's a press. Here comes Ben. And we get some help on that set. Minor foul. The outside, 4 seconds. And a long outside shot by Hieland. Score is tied. Minute 29 left in the half. Got Luca coming in. Gibson coming out. Luca's going to be on the near side. Looks like got Harrison back in at set. Luca up to Ben. And looking for somebody to pass to, getting the hard press. And a dangerous pass. Owen is there. Owen into Landon. Landon's fighting for it. He's got a few seconds and shoots and scores. South Coast up by 1. We got a minute left in the half. Hieland goalie bringing it up slow is their MO. Over to Owen with a great steal. And brings it back to Luke to set up the offense. Owen taking his time over to Marcus. Marcus looking for someone to pass to, getting a hard press. Gets it over to Owen. Owen brings it in. Owen's got room. Takes a shot. Just a little high. 26 seconds left in the half. Hieland has time for one more controlled possession. Harrison up here pressing. Over there is Ben pressing. And Luke's got a second and takes a long shot and almost makes it in, and that is half. Well, Jason, what do you think?
I mean, I don't know.
That was a long thought.
Initially I thought we started much better than we normally do. And
we did. Initially, you were right.
And we didn't have like the first quarter jitters or whatever. And I feel like we're playing okay. I feel like I'm just surprised the score is this close. I think if we're playing better, I think there'd be a bigger delta at this point. I felt like the defense was letting down a little bit.
Is that how it works? If you're playing better than the other team, you end up having more points?
Generally. Generally. Yeah. Probably not exclusively.
Yeah, I do think like, that second quarter, the teamwork. I mean, they had some really good bright spots.
Yeah.
But it just didn't feel cohesive. So we'll see what Coach Greg tells them. And get some motivation for this second half. But I mean, it's been a fun game, back and forth. I mean, Highlands, had the lead. South Coast has had the lead.
Yeah.
It's nice to have a 1-point cushion going into the half.
Yeah.
But this thing could go either way. Highlands a good team. They're fast. They're moving.
Like you were saying earlier, that it just seems like if we just need to rip in more shots. Landon had some great shots, and a couple that hit the top crossbar, but I mean, those are good shots to take. And I predict that the second half is going to be stronger than the first. And,
all right. Well, since I'm a South Coast fan, I'm going to predict the same. All right. We'll see you at the other half. All right, getting set up for this second half. We've got a little change up here. We got Luca sprinting, Ben, then Reese, Marcus, Landon, and on the near side is Charlie. Switch it up a little bit. Coach looking for some matchup changes, try and maximize some opportunities. And we are off. And tried to fix the quarters real fast. Made it quarter 22, which means the second half. All right, we got Luca pressing over here. Ben's pressing. Marcus in there at set D. Landon coming in to help on the set. And hopes if I have the camera right. And another good shot there by Hieland. Back to the game here. Landon pops it, puts it in play. Looking for Ben to drive. Got 10 seconds on the shot clock. Puts it over to Ben. Ben's got 5 seconds. Hieland ball. And Charlie pressing, Landon pressing. In there to set. Marcus is there. High shot off the crossbar. Bounces back to Hieland. And up top to press. It looks like we got Marcus and Luca watching that set. And Luke is there. Another great save. South Coast. So waiting to set it up. Brings it all the way up from the outside to Ben. And good defensive play by Hieland. Gets the ball under. Luke making the aggressive play. He's fighting for it. And Luke with the greatest play that I didn't have the camera on to record. That was an amazing play. I guess that's why you buy tickets for the actual game instead of getting the cheap free live stream. And they're going to double press on Ben. Luca has an outside shot, and we have a 2-meter violation on Reese. South Coast turnover. That's not one you want to ever see, especially in a close game like this. Can't afford those turnovers. All right, South Coast for Hieland looks like they're spreading it out. Luke is over there pressing. They've got a driver. Reese doing a good job on the driver. Reese is setting up, and Luke, easy grab. And over near side for Landon. Landon gets a hard press. And Landon takes it. Over to Luca. Luca into Reese. Reese fighting for it. And good defense by Hieland. Wasting all that time for South Coast. Hieland's counterattack. There's Landon fighting for it. And an outside shot. Reese and Marcus there. Yeah, minor foul. Marcus passes it back to Luke. Got Charlie leading the charge up front. Luca into Ben. Ben looking for Reese. Swings it over to Landon. We've got 13 seconds on the shot clock. Handing over to Luca. Luca's got to take a long shot. Smart dumps the ball, takes the counterattack away from Hieland. And Hieland down line. Landon's from the near side to press. Got Luca and Marcus in the middle. Hieland swings it to the far side. Ben's over there to press. Ben doing a great job on defense. And gets excluded, makes an easy pass for Hieland. Catch and score. Hieland up 8-7, minute 32 in this third quarter. Looks like we got Harrison back in. That's set. And Owen back in on the near side. So we got Owen, Landon, Harrison, Luca. With Ben on the far side, Marcus up top. And Marcus turns and shoots, doesn't quite get that bounce shot he was looking for. And there's a 5-meter. Hieland will have a free shot on goal here against Luke. And good shot by Hieland. They go up by 2. Minute 3 left in the quarter. Marcus pots it. Over to Landon. And draws the foul. Over to Owen. Owen's got a shot. And pass just a couple inches off the mark to Harrison. It was a good thought. And we got a counterattack. Landon's here pressing. They've got a driver. And Luke is there. Landon helps Luke to pick it up. Good team defense there. And we got Luke on the far side of our counterattack here. He brings it in. He's got Harrison. Harrison's got time. And easy bucket for Harrison. That's the kind of team play we need to see from South Coast. Looks like Reed is coming in and Harrison's coming out. I'm going to move Landon to set. On the near side, we've got Owen, then Reed. Marcus has set D, Landon up top. Far side, Luca and Ben. Hieland working his ball movement, trying to set up the middle here. And a block by Landon, helping Luke a little bit. And that is the end of the third quarter. Hieland up 9-8. Okay, fourth quarter getting underway. Looks like we've got Charlie, Ben, Marcus, Bash, Landon, and Owen to start this fourth quarter. Charlie sprinting, and Hieland wins the sprint so much that, that wasn't Charlie, that was Reed sprinting. He almost swam by the ball. Ben pressing, they've got a driver that's Reed up top. And South Coast looks like they're going to commit to watching that set. And sails it over the goal. Luke setting up the counterattack. And to Marcus, who does not see it. And an exclusion on South Coast. The worst of all worlds right there, coming to fruition. Easy goal by Hieland. Marcus pops it, puts it into play, setting up the offense. Over to Landon. Minor foul. And Landon's taking his time, and we've got a timeout, South Coast.
Go, South Coast!
All right, South Coast coming in off the timeout, setting up a set play. We got Owen, Landon, Bash, and Ben up front. Marcus and Luca, the two on the outside, and Luke passes it over to Ben. And over to Marcus. And good defensive block by Hieland right there. And they've got a driver. Owen's there fighting for it. Got another driver. Owen does a good job pushing that guy back all the way to the line. And Luke swatting flies. Hieland's there to try and get it. And South Coast counterattack. Over to Marcus. Or I'm sorry, Luca. Luca up to Ben. Ben's got Bash. Bash is fighting for it. He's got the handle. He's fighting and loses the handle. Coast looks like they're playing, and Owen with a good defensive play. He's off to the races, coming into the screen. He's got the speed. He's going the distance. He's going for speed. He scores a goal in a time of need. And he needed that goal. 9-10. Getting back in here. 3:40 left in the game. Ben up top, pressing. Tries to turn Ben. Ben fighting for it. Gets around Ben. And taken. The ref says it's off South Coast. So it will be a Hieland ball from the near side. Shot clock resets. Got Owen, Landon, Marcus, Luca in the front, Ben and Harrison over on the far side. Long shot goes wide. Setting up the counterattack. Luca, long pass over to Owen. Owen's got room, takes a shot and scores!
Let's go, South Coast!
Tie game, 3 minutes, 6 seconds left. South Coast finding a good rhythm here. Hopefully we can keep it. And we got Landon pressing. On the near side, Owen's there. Hieland trying to bring it inside that 2 meter. Landon's there to press. 13 seconds left. Over there. Trying to set up a cross cage pass right here. Hieland gets it over the far side, just a little too far. 4 seconds left. And great defense by South Coast. Running out that shot clock. Ben over to Luke. Luke taking his time to set it up. Got Bash in the middle there. Sorry, Harrison in the middle there. Harrison gets it over to Owen. Owen getting the hard press up to Landon. Landon long pass over to Luca. Luca's got lots of room. Takes a shot and buries it deep. Great outside shot by Luca. South Coast taking an 11-10 lead. 2 minutes, 10 seconds in this game. It come down to who wants it more. Both these teams are fighting hard. Ben pressing. South Coast somehow gets the advantage of the sun. The sun is in the Hieland goalie eyes. As Luke's got plenty of room. A good block there. Not sure who it was. Luke slows it down. It's a long pass up to Owen. Owen's fighting for it, and ref calls a ball under. I'm not so sure about that call. I am extremely biased, although in this case I am extremely right. Landon fighting for it, minor foul. Got a driver. South Coast really committing to making sure that the Hieland does not get the ball into those sets. Both those kids have been really strong. And Luke swatting flies. And we've got 1:11. Luke's going to slow this down. He's got Landon up top. Well, 10 seconds left. Swings it out to Luca. Luca drops it into Ben. He's got 6 seconds left. There's a turnover. Hieland's got a counterattack. They've got room. They've got South Coast off balance a little bit here. And Luca does a great job slowing it down. Luke with a great save. Coach is arguing that that ball was not outside the 6 meter. Should have been a turnover. And we've got a timeout by Hieland. All right, we are back. Hieland is going to have a set play here. 29 seconds left, down by 1. Rooting for South Coast, have a strong defense. Expect some Hieland has some fast, good swimmers. I expect a lot of movement here. And Hieland will take it out from the near side. 29 seconds left. Ball is in play. Clock is counting down. And there's some of his bear paw up. And Hieland sneaks it in. Great shot there. We got 11 seconds left on the shot clock and South Coast timeout. All right, here we go. We got 11 seconds on the shot clock. Luke will start the ball out. We got Landon on the near side. Harrison is set. Owen's up there. Ben on the far side. Up top, we got Marcus and Luca. Ball is in play. Yeah, it looks like Luke is going to take 5 seconds and sails it high. Long shot, and we are tied at the end of the 4th quarter. Not sure whether we've got penalty shootouts or overtime. We'll find out in just a second. All right, it looks like we are in a penalty shootout situation. Our shooters are going to be Landon, Luca, Marcus, Harrison, and Owen. Once I figure out which goal is going to be defended, I'll go ahead and set up a little bit differently. And here we go, the mobile broadcast booth.
Nice running, honey.
A better angle here. And it looks like we've got Landon as our first penalty shooter. Get these things set.
Let's go, Landon.
Just getting everything set up here. And here we go. There's our first shot. And Landon buries it in the right side. Looks like the Hieland goalie will take the first shot against Luke. And 1-1 on the penalty shots. Here comes Harrison. You're on. Oh, who cares? All right, we got Harrison taking his shot. And buries it right. South Coast up, 2-1. Luke coming in, getting set up. And sneaks it in the right side. Penalty shots tied at 2-2. Here comes Luca. Looks like they switched goalies for the penalty shootout. That's their set. And a sidearm by Luca. South Coast up 3-2. And Luke stops it! Great block by Luke. Through 3, South Coast up by 1. Got Marcus with the next shot here. And Marcus skips it in. South Coast up by 4-2. Luke makes his block. South Coast wins the penalty shootouts. And good shot there by Hieland. Last shot here by Owen. See if we can go 5 for 5. Makes his shot. Game over. Oh, he fumbles the ball. So that puts us 4-4. There'll be one more shot here. And Hieland scoots that one in. We got Landon. Landon buries it in the right. Sudden death penalty shootout here. Luke comes back in the goal. And a bounce shot. Good shot there by Hieland. Here comes Harrison. Got to make the shot to keep us alive. And Hieland with the win. Hard way to go. Hard fight. Oh, maybe not. Okay, I got my scores wrong. Luke's got to make this block to keep us alive. And we bury it in. And that is game. Well, Jason.
Oh, God.
What a heartbreaker.
Jeez. That was rough, man. That was rough.
That was rough.
Oh.
Hand it to Hieland. I mean, they got to make the shots. Getting it past Luke is no easy task.
Yeah.
You know, but you know, we had our shots. We definitely had our shots.
That was rough.
Yeah.
Man, I feel like a chewed up tofu banh mi right now. You know what I'm saying?
No, I don't, because that sounds like a reference to our sponsor, Urbane Cafe. And but I do know that chewed up banh mi has no flavor.
Right, that's right.
All right. Well, good job, boys.
Good job, boys. Good job, boys. Good job, Coach.
All right. We will be back, I think, at 11 o'clock from a different venue for the next game.
Yeah, I need some time to recover after that one.
Yeah.
That's a rough one to start the day with that. What a game.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah. All right.
All right. Let's go, South Coast.
Let's go.